Let me ask you this final question with in terms of President Trump. When you came on board, a lot of people were like, wait a minute, you're hawkish, Trump's a dove. And I remember you saying, look, you're going to be there to give strategic advice to him. What advice did you give him about how to withdraw? He wanted to withdraw. You didn't. Did you give him advice on how you would do it, even though you were against it?
No, I gave him advice on how to maintain a minimal military presence, below what I would have preferred, but enough to hold on to support a lot of other activities that were also being undertaken in Afghanistan, in order to avoid what I thought would have been the catastrophic consequences of complete withdrawal. I do think there's a distinction between the decision to withdraw and the way the withdrawal is being executed. I don't think there's any question. But I think fundamentally, at bottom here, what the Trump administration did, the Trump-Pompeo negotiating model, delegitimized the Afghan government. The negotiations were conducted essentially only with Taliban. And by delegitimizing the Afghan government, in effect, almost by de-recognizing it, you told the army, which was supposed to protect that government, that its efforts were futile. So there's no real surprise to me that the army collapsed when Biden finally pulled the plug.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And let me be clear about this. The only thing that Donald Trump ever did while he was a president that I approve of was when he sent John Bolton's ass packing from the White House. This warmonger is like a parasite that just won't go away. He's like a mosquito that latches on and just sucks and sucks until there's nothing left. No one should ever listen to a word that this jackaloon has to say. And it's a disgrace that MSNBC would even have him on and give him an audience that he absolutely does not deserve. Listen to his words carefully. He didn't even try to provide counsel on how to effectively withdraw from Afghanistan. This idea was so far out there, he had no idea how to answer it. You know, everybody knows that I'm no fan of Donald Trump. But if he asked me for advice, if he assigned me to a position, I would carry out my mission and provide the counsel and everything else that was asked of me, unless I had a moral obligation that told me that I could not comply with his request. And then I would resign. Those are the two options. This jackaloon wants to pretend like he was elected president and he wants to hold his authority over all else. But folks, I'm going to tell you something. This warmonger will never serve this country ever again. And I can guarantee you that if he decides to throw his hat in the ring for anything, he's not going to be successful. But now I want to direct my attention over to you, Chuck Todd. I get it that you have a show and you want favorable ratings, but giving this guy a microphone is not the way to do it. How about you focus on the positives that our military are accomplishing every single day all over this world, to include in Afghanistan? This is the most impressive evacuation that has ever taken place in modern day history. And it breaks my heart that we lost 13 troops, but that's the reason why we are leaving. There is no reason for us to continue putting troops in harm's way any longer. Those that carried out this horrible terrorist attack against our forces and those innocent Afghans that are caught in the middle, they're going to regret the day that they were ever born. Some of them have already been sent to hell. And as a veteran, I am 100% confident in that. President Biden is leaving a 20-year war that cost us thousands of lives and trillions of dollars. This was never going to end easy, especially when Trump emasculated the Afghan government and their military on his way out the door. You know, war is ugly, every last bit of it. The way it starts, the entire time it's going on, and the way that it ends. And years after, we still find ourselves having to deal with the consequences. You know, I, like many, struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder. I'll be 51 years old my birthday, and I'm on more medication than most people can even begin to imagine. I've had multiple surgeries throughout my 24 years of service. I wear hearing aids. I have memory losses from traumatic brain injury, and everyone that I know who served in combat has the same story. People want to try to say that they support and love the vets. Well, then show it. How about starting to put, combat veterans like myself on television and listen to what we have to say instead of these money-grubbing war hawks like John Bolton? Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.